How many of you have been involved in any way, shape, or form in a short sale? Can you see a hands? Can you tell me why they call it a short sale? Most of them take a long time. Banks are getting better, getting easier, and I'm going to take 30 minutes here and try to run you through a short sale. So you're going to get a synopsis, a little taste of what we have on our webinar here. Okay, I started doing short sales back in the 90s out of sheer desperation. I actually had a client come to me, throw his keys at me and said, I don't care what you do, I'm out of here. If you get paid, great. If not, it's okay. So out of frustration, if those of you remember Great Western Bank, I went up to chain of command and convinced them that the best thing for them is to take less for their loan. And they did it. And I went, that's cool. Maybe I can do it again. So I did it again and again. And so I thought I invented the short sale. I didn't realize that other people were, and it wasn't called a short sale there. There was no name. Whatever. But that's kind of how I got started in doing it. And I'm sure most of you know, but a short sale is when you sell the property for less than is owed against the property, when the encumbrances exceed the sales price. The encumbrances aren't always loans. They could be taxes, they could be assessments, they could be liens. But when the property is over encumbered. How does it work? You negotiate with the lien holders on the property to reduce what they get out of the property to accommodate the sale. Now sometimes it's very easy to do that, and the banks or institutions, lien holders are very eager to get out of it, and other times it's like pulling teeth. People ask me, well, what does Wells Fargo do, or what does B of A do? There is nothing that's the same on every transaction. They're all different. Why the lenders do this is because they have found out now that they'll make more money on a short sale than they will on an REO. Once they take possession of the REO, they're carrying the property, they have the expenses, they have to secure the property. They don't have to do any of those things when it's a short sale. The rules of the game of the short sale. There are no rules. Can you imagine playing a game where every participant in the game makes up their own rules? That's pretty much how the short sale market is. The listing agent says, here's my rules. The selling agent says, here's my rules. And the bank says, here's my rules. You have to work with all those and bring them together to make them work. Surprisingly enough, over the years as I've got better at this, it isn't nearly as difficult. As a matter of fact, you're going to find this hard to believe. I have a very good friend who was a big REO agent in the Boston market. He gave all of his accounts back to the bank and said, you're too much work. I'd rather do short sales. And that's all he does is short sales, making far more money than he did as an REO agent. But I'm not talking you guys out of REOs. What I have to share here with you is not carved in stone. This is based on my generalities of years of experience of doing this. I've learned what works, what doesn't work. I operate off of an 80% rule. What works 80% of the time, I assume it's going to work all the time. And that's the approach I take with the lenders.